there's one character in the Mega Man universe who gives main character energy, it's Bass, or Forte, whichever you prefer. He was built to be the strongest. But as the timeline shifts from the classic era into the world of Mega Man X, Bass simply vanishes. Now, how did this happen? Well, I've got all the answers you need, so let's begin. Who even is this guy? To really understand Bass, we have to go back to the mind of Dr. Albert Wily. For years, Wily was humiliated by the Blue Bomber. He tried everything: giant dragons, mechanical guts, even framing Dr. Light. But he always lacked a direct answer to Mega Man's adaptability. While I was researching his origins, I found that Bass was a scientific breakthrough born from a mistake. When Wily was busy with stolen blueprints of Mega Man, trying to reverse engineer the variable tool system, he stumbled upon a high-output energy source. He named it Bassnium. It's the secret sauce that makes Bass who he is. Unlike the solar power or standard fusion cells of other robots, Bassnium is powerful. It's the reason Bass has that signature rapid-fire buster and agility. I've always loved his design. When he debuted in Mega Man 7, he looked like a dark reflection of our hero. The black armor, the gold trim, and massive head fins. I mean, he looked like he belonged in a metal band rather than a toy store. And we can't forget Treble, by the way. Treble is called Gospel in Japan. Anyways, Mega Man has Rush, and Bass has Treble. It's a wolf who also merges with him into a winged machine. 10 over 10 character design, not gonna lie. Now, Bass was designed to be a good servant. Yet he's the most rebellious creation Wily ever made, because he was built to be the strongest. He developed a sense of ego that Wily couldn't suppress. He hates being told what to do. I find it so funny that Wily's greatest creation treats him like an annoying landlord rather than a creator. The rivalry that never ends. Mega Man and Bass are two sides of the same coin. Mega Man fights because he has a sense of duty to humanity. Bass fights because he literally doesn't know how to do anything else. If he isn't the strongest, well, he doesn't exist. Throughout Mega Man 7 and Mega Man and Bass, we see this push and pull dynamic. They fight all the time, but nothing ever happens. But then a bigger threat like King or the Star Droids appears, and they're forced to team up. There's a specific moment in Mega Man and Bass that hits me right in the stomach. You guys know Proto Man, right? Proto Man confronts Bass and tells him that he will never win. Not because he lacks power, but because he has nothing to fight for. He explains that Mega Man's strength comes from his heart and his desire to protect people around him. And Bass has a bottomless pit of pride. Yikes. Obviously, Bass doesn't have a comeback for this. He just stares. After all, he's a machine built without empathy. Wily's pawn, whether he likes it or not. Despite his lone wolf attitude, Bass is constantly being played by Dr. Wily in Mega Man 7. Wily uses Bass to pull off a massive long con. Bass pretends to be a broken robot, earns Mega Man's trust, and gets taken back to Dr. Light's lab for repairs. While he's there, he's basically a Trojan horse. Now, don't ask me to explain what a Trojan horse is. Go look it up. So, Bass waits for the perfect moment to steal the super adapter blueprints and then mocks Mega Man for being so gullible. I remember playing that as a kid and feeling genuinely betrayed. Wily knew that Bass's combat strength wasn't enough, so he used Bass's honor as a tool. Bass went along with it, but you can tell that, he hated it. He wants to win in a fair fight, not through a sneak attack in a lab. Then we have the King arc in Mega Man and Bass. King is a powerful robot who rebels against Dr. Wily and tries to create a world only for robots. Bass goes after King to prove he's the superior machine. Seriously, what is up with Bass? Why does he want to be the best all the damn time? Well, at the end of the game, Wily reveals the truth that King was only a test. King was built to push Bass to his limits, to see how much combat data could be gathered. Okay, this is sad. It's like Bass is still a toy in Wily's toy box. He's stuck in a toxic relationship with a creator who does not view him with any love or even respect. The quest to be the strongest. Take a look at the Wonder Swan game. Rockman and Forte, Mirai Kara no Chosensha. For those of us in the West, this game was like a legend for a long time, since it never officially left Japan. Here, Base encounters a version of Mega Man from the future called Rockman Shadow. Rockman Shadow offers Base a chance to team up, to rule together, but Base rejects him. He wants strength for the sake of the challenge. This leads to a very important piece of dialogue in Base's history. As Shadow is defeated, he tells Base that seeking strength is a dead end. He says that even if Base wins every fight, there will always be a new enemy, a newer model, a more advanced threat, until eventually Base is another pile of scrap metal. He tells him that a life lived only for combat is a life destined for a lonely death. And then Base's response was, "That's a good lesson." I'm not kidding. It's one of the only times we see Base show true humility. For once, he acknowledges his path as self-destructive. He doesn't play it safe, the evil energy gamble. In Mega Man 8, we see how reckless Base can be. The game introduces evil energy, a cosmic force that crashes to Earth and begins corrupting every robot it touches. I'm just gonna call it rabies for robots. It destroys circuits, overrides programming, and melts the host from inside out. Mega Man, being the hero, spends the game trying to destroy this energy. Base, on the other hand, sees it and thinks, I can use that. In spite of Mega Man's warnings that it will kill him, Base deliberately absorbs the evil energy to power up his attacks. What's insane is that he survives it. In his boss fight, he radiates a dark aura and fires shots that are more powerful than anything we've seen him do before. Most robots are killed by this stuff, but Base just takes it like any other day. How the hell is he able to survive all this? Hang on, I'll tell you soon enough. Is Base actually good? The duo moment. There's a moment in Mega Man 2, The Power Fighters, that completely changes who Base is. After you defeat the final boss as Base, you're confronted by Duo. Now, Duo isn't a normal robot. He's a cosmic peacekeeper designed to sense and eliminate evil. Surprisingly, when Duo looks at Base, he doesn't see a villain. He says, "I can feel your justice energy, Base. Don't deny it." Base, of course, tells him to shut up and get out of his face. But think about it. An entity built to detect good and bad finds justice inside Base. So Base isn't evil in the way Wily is. Dr. Wily wants power, control, and revenge, and Base wants to be the best. This connects back to his survival of the evil energy. Also, speaking of his survival, I've spent way too much time thinking about this. My theory is that it's Basenium, because his core is already built on an unstable energy source. His body is more resilient to external forces. He's already a bit broken by design, so the evil energy has a harder time breaking him further. Zero, the robot that replaced him. This is where the story starts to get dark. In Base's ending for the Power Fighters, we see a silhouette on Wily's monitor that every fan of the series knows. Yes, it's Zero. Wily tells Base that he's working on a project that will make Base look like a prototype. Oh, what a slap in the face. Base was a stepping stone for something else. The connection between Base and Zero are obvious, but mostly implied. It's widely believed that the Basenium Wily discovered in the middle of making Base was the energy used to create Zero. If you don't want to believe this, look at how Zero fights in the X series. The dashes, the double jumps, the high-speed combat, Base fights like that. There's a strong fan-supported theory that Zero's Maverick virus is a mutation of the evil energy Base absorbed in Mega Man 8. It's horrible if it's true. The blueprint on Wily's screen, Mega Man 9. For a long time, we didn't know if Base was still canon in the later classic games. He didn't show up in Mega Man 9, which was a bummer for those of us who wanted to see him in 8-bit again. But if you look closely at the ending of that game, there's a small blink and you'll miss it detail. On Dr. Wily's computer screen, among the plans for his latest scheme, you can clearly see the blueprints for Base. Is it proof that Wily still saw value in Base, even as he was obsessing over the Zero project? I really hope it is. What actually happened to him? Now, we get to the million-dollar question. What happened to Base? I have to be honest with you. The classic timeline never gives us a straight answer. The game stopped featuring him. After Mega Man 10 and the WonderSwan title, he disappears. In the Mega Man X era, which takes place 100 years later, there's no mention of him. Now, this has led to some of the wildest fan theories I've ever seen. I was reading a thread on Reddit the other day where fans were debating this. And some of the ideas are crazy. A very popular theory is that when Zero was first activated, he was in a state of madness. Base would have tried to fight him, but Zero was built to be a god of destruction. Many fans believe Base was simply wiped out by Zero in a one-sided slaughter. Okay, that's sad AF. And a few people think Base understood that he could never win and abandoned everything. He and Treble might have deactivated themselves. Again, this is sad, but not too bad. Lastly, another group of fans think that Base was dismantled by Wily to provide the final parts of the Basenium core, needed to finish Zero. In this version, Base was recycled. Sounds like something Dr. Wily would do, no doubt. Whatever the truth is, Base wouldn't go quietly. I hate that there's no final boss fight for him, though. It's tough to accept that a character with that much personality could just fade into the background. What is your theory? What do you think really happened to Base? Let me know in the comments below.